purpose a secret with a thing like that stinking up the air for miles around. Somebody knocked on the door to Jeff's office. "It's open," he called. "Come on in." A guard with a worried look obeyed. Guards who came into the commandant's office almost always wore a worried look. They wouldn't have been there if they didn't have something to worry about. "Well?" Jeff asked. "Sir, we got us a nigger says he knows you," the guard said. "And you waste my time with that shit?" Pinkard said scornfully. "Christ on a crutch, McElhenney. It happens once a trainload. Either these coons know me, or they're asshole buddies with the president. One. Like anybody be dumb enough to believe 'em." "Sir, this here nigger's named Vespasian," McElhenney said. "Says you and him and another coon named, Agrippa used to work together at the Sloss Works in Birmingham. Reckon he's about your age, anyways." "Well, fuck me," Jeff said in surprise. "He's telling the truth?" the gray uniformed guard asked. "I reckon maybe he is," Jeff said. "The last war they started using niggers more on factory jobs when white men got conscripted. I did work with those two. Hell with me if I didn't." "We didn't send him on right away," McElhenney said. "Wanted to find out what you had in mind first. You want, we can get rid of him, or if you want to see him, we can do that too." "Vespasian." Jefferson Pickard's voice was far away. He hadn't thought about Vespasian in years. Sometimes the years he'd put in at the steel mill seemed to have happened to someone else, or in a different lifetime. But he said, "Yeah, I'll talk to him. He wasn't a bad nigger, not uppity or anything, and he worked pretty hard." "We were going to put him in a truck," the guard said. If they had, Vespasian wouldn't be seeing anybody this side of the pearly gates. He looked apprehensive. Asphyxiating somebody the commandant really knew wouldn't do wonders for your career. "Well, I'm glad you didn't." Pinkard heaved his bulk out of the chair behind his desk. A lot of fat patted the hard muscles he'd got working in the foundry. He grabbed a submachine gun off a wall bracket and made sure the drum magazine that fed it was full. If Vespasian had some sort of revenge in mind, he wouldn't go on a truck after all. Instead, he'd get ventilated on the spot. "Take me to him. He in the holding area?" "Sure is, sir," the guard answered. Camp Humble had one, to give the guards the chance to deal with prisoners who were dangerous or just unusual. "You searched him?" Jeff took nothing for granted. Some of the people who worked for him were dumb as rocks, but the guard nodded. "Sure did, sir. Up the ass and everything." He made a face. "He ain't got nothing." "All right, then," Jeff said. It sounded as if the men in gray were on the ball this time. When they got to the holding area, he found two more guards aiming assault rifles at Vespasian. One of them blinked. "Be damned," he said. "This mangy old coon wasn't blowing smoke, then?" Vespasian wasn't exactly mangy, but he was only a shadow of the burly buck who'd worked alongside Jefferson Pinkard half a lifetime earlier. He was gray-haired and scrawny, and looked like a man who'd been through hell. If his train ride from Birmingham to Camp Humble was like most, he had. A powerful stench clung to him. He hadn't washed in a long time, and hadn't always made it to a toilet or a slop bucket either. He nodded to Jeff, not as one equal to another, but as a man who knew another man, anyhow. "Really is you, Mr. Pinkard," he said, his voice desert dry and rough. "Been a hell of a lot of time, ain't it?" "Sure as hell has," Jeff answered. He turned to the guards. "Get him some water. Reckon he can use it." "Do Jesus, you right about that," Vespasian croaked. When the water came, in a pail, not a glass, he drank and drank. How long had he gone without? Days, plainly. And when he said, "That was mighty fine," he sounded much more like his old self. "Whatever happened to that no-account cousin of yours, or whatever the hell he was?" Jeff asked. "You know the one I mean. The guy they threw in jail. What the hell was his name?" "You mean Leonidas?"